It won't
Open
me.
your eyes.
Look, if I
Huh?
try to turn my phone, I'm either upside down or upside down.
You're upside down or upside down?
There, now I'm really upside down. Well, I was trying to put it in my little tripod holder thingy,
Yeah.
so I didn't have to sit here and hold my phone, but it didn't work. So screw you. I was trying to put it in my little tripod holder thingy,
Oh.
yeah, so I didn't have to sit here and hold my phone.
Somebody's fucking echoing.
I got it.
Somebody's
That was
watching
me.
YouTube.
That was me. I got like a gazillion tabs open here. Oh, I wanted to show you guys what I did today. I thought it was pretty cool. You know how Walmart sells these $5 strip lights?
Yeah.
If you're stripping, we don't want to see the lights.
I wasn't stripping, ho. I was stripping the tape backing off of this. So I had an old shop light
Whoa.
that it was you had
Hey,
to,
hey, hey, Steve.
what?
I'm looking through my list of subscriptions,
Yeah.
and oh wait, there you are. It's for some reason it moved you to the top.
Nobody needs to know that private information of what's in your your
That's
subscriptions.
that's right.
Hey, you guys would be amazed of how many OnlyFans I have.
0.
Oh no, I got a bunch. Fat guy goes off road, pets your ass.
So Larry interrupted me to tell us about his OnlyFans. I had this hood light. It's old. It's about 20 years old. And it was getting to a point where you had to smack it to get it to work. And it was getting annoying. So I took the old fluorescent tube out. I gutted it. And I had a shop light, one of them LED lights that was bad. And
Yeah.
I kept the tube out of it. And I cut it to the same length. It's actually the same size, too, as the fluorescent light in here. And I went and I got that strip LED stuff, put it in here. Now I got a cool light. It's not that bright, but it's cool anyway.
You know, I could hook you up with some LEDs that would be super bright in that.
Oh, they would be really bright. Well, I just bought these because they were $5 and I wanted to see if it would work. Hell, it runs off battery.
Yeah.
This would be cool for like camp or something under the canopy, like a party light.
Party!
Party, baby.
Oh.
Let's see, will it stay there? Hell no.
You might want to repost this in the groups or something, Steve.
He did. He's
I did.
very well. I got a notification on YouTube.
Oh.
We got 6 viewers. That's like 3 more than normal.
It's all Sunday boys, though.
Till the when the Sunday boys come in, we'll have like 26.
Where'd it go?
I don't see any comments.
Yeah, nobody likes us.
No. So, you guys want to see the head for that 600? Oh. Exhaust valve stuck open. Hold on, let me zoom in on mine so it's big.
I can't find your.
I'm not even going to touch that, Steve.
Shut up, Larry. It won't
Let me zoom on that so it's big.
It won't let me zoom in.
There. Oh, wait. Oh.
There we go. All 720p and all.
Yep, those are stuck open.
Yep. I made sure the cam is in neutral position. So, look, this is the intake side. I don't really know if you can see in there.
That's a lot of carbon.
It's not carbon, it's mud, bro.
No, I'm looking at black shit.
There's a little bit of carbon. There's like 10%
No,
carbon.
I was talking about into the intake.
No, that's mud.
Black mud.
Yeah, it's dark mud. Yeah.
Oh, that's like mud bog.
Yeah, it was mud bog.
Nasty Mr. Infection shit.
Well, that's just the intake. I think most of the mud went in through the exhaust.
Wow.
It's packed in there. And look, you can see
I
light.
can see light through the valves. You know, I'm kind of curious about something.
What?
Oh my god. Here comes up parts cross-reference time.
Uh-oh. I bet it's the same head as what's on ours. I mean, it might be different valves, but I don't know, though. It might be the same style of valves because technically I think it has a bigger cylinder than us. I sent you the cylinder bore size. I can't even get the piston out of that cylinder. It won't come out. Me and my cousin worked on it for over an hour.
Did you think about throwing some magic oil down in there and letting it sit?
No, because it's just too rusted, really.
Yeah, but it might free enough to where you can, pop it off and
it moves up and down, side to side, but there's like a big old rust lip, and the rings are stuck.
Well, this is bullshit.
What?
I'm looking at a cross reference for that. It's part number 33, and over in the part side, it goes 32, 34.
Oh shit!
I'll just look at a different 600.
Yeah, this crap won't let me do this from my phone. So I can't see the comments. I tried pulling it up on my YouTube, but it won't make both screens big enough so that I can see it.
Oh, look at that. I can get a part number that way. Part is no longer available for the bare head.
So what are you going to be
I found the head
in Washington for?
No, for a bare head.
Oh. Yeah, you ain't finding a bare head. You had to get a complete head.
Every year, because September 3rd is mine and my wife's anniversary, and every year since we started dating on that date, we've always gone to the National Finals Rodeo there in Ellensburg, and we have box seats every year for the freaking extreme bowls and shit.
Okay, well, isn't that only like 1 or 2 days?
Yeah, but by the time you figure in all the time and how much time she takes off work to go, she doesn't have any time left over after that.
And I'll tell you what, guys.
I'm going to be there for 2 weeks.
I'm really surprised about how well made these head gaskets are for a Chinese motor. These are triple layer stainless steel head gaskets. I've never seen triple layer.
They're like the GY6 head gaskets.
Yeah, but GY6 is like single layer. This triple layer, bro. I can get my mic out. We can mic it, see how thick it is. It's pretty thick.
So Larry's not going to come. Red's probably not going to drive that far.
No, can't afford to.
Well, it's going to be next year, so you got time to save up. It's not this September. It's next September.
Yeah.
And hopefully they'll have most of Yellowstone back open by then, too.
0.72 millimeter. Yep.
Well, the head gasket's the same.
Oh, I'm sure it's the same.
Aren't they all pretty much the same?
Yeah.
Yeah.
0.65 millimeter. There's range. Just depends upon how you measure it.
Depends how out around it is. Oh. Hey, Cameron, could you grab me a Monster, please?
It looks pretty good.
Are you gonna reuse it?
Hell no.
Come
Fuck,
on.
send it to me. I got a blowing head gasket.
Yeah, just spray some copper seal on it.
Yeah,
Bolt it down.
Clean off this rubber crap. Put some copper seal on it. It would be. You could reuse this if you wanted. If you were in a pinch, you really could. This is in good shape.
How many miles did that have on it when they swamped it?
I couldn't tell you because the dash is disconnected on it. Not many, like 200, I think.
This episode brought to you by Monster Energy Drinks. Ultra Sunrise. Zero sugar. We now return to your regular programming.
You lost me at the zero sugar.
Zero sugar.
Yes, you can, Derek. Talk away.
So I can talk about Ron and he can't see it.
Keep that shit up. I'm going downstairs.
Hold on. There you go. Oh.
That's all right. You're not the first person to talk behind my back.
He's not talking behind your back. He's talking in front of your back. It's not his fault you can't see it.
Yeah.
Hey, Derek, we're going to do a ride in October.
All right. Hey,
what's October?
Huh?
Hey, Steve, what year?
Yeah.
What year is that 600?
21.
So it's a 21 600.
Yep.
And it's not a submarine.
It's a swamp. It's a swamp edition.
There is a Mark 1 and Mark 2.
Yeah, I know. But in the book, it doesn't talk about it. Hold on. Let me go get the book.
What? Well, I figured that. My wife just dyed her hair.
Oh, what color poodle is she now? Is she a Labrapoodle?
Larry wanted to know what color poodle you are now. She just like threw her arms down and walked into the other room.
Oh, I figured she'd probably done something like that or something.
Yeah, probably. She's probably doing that now. No, she dyed it brown.
Oh, so she's chocolate poodle.
All right. I cannot show this exactly on screen because Cfmoto already hates me. But I can talk about it.
It's about time they joined the club.
Oh, we better get those out of there.
Well, I don't think it's Cfmoto themselves. It's just some of their dealers.
I have nice bookmarks.
What is it?
Look real close.
I'm on a phone. If I have to look real close, you're going to be like staring at my eyeball. See?
You see it?
It says Sunday Boys.
Yeah.
Stickers?
Yeah. They made sure to throw those in there for us. Okay. Where was I at with this?
Page 37.
Let me pull up.
Yeah, right. Where was you wanting, Larry? Because I done been through this book all day.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the Z950 manual.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to go to the section that it's there, and it should be in the same section that you have. Oh,
Derek
God.
and Raymond, we're going to ride at this local place we ride at. There's a few other people coming, and we're gonna camp at our campground. Can't ride at our campground, can't unload at our campground, but we can have them there at the campground on the trailer, and then we trailer them up here.
What if they're licensed as street vehicles?
She still won't let them. I've been trying, dude. 3
Yeah,
years.
but mine's registered to be able to operate on the highway. Yours is a restricted registration.
Yeah. Well, that's like, okay.
Mine's no different than driving a car.
Our HOA here, and I kind of got in a little battle over my side-by-side being parked outside because they say no off-road vehicles. They all have to be garaged. And I go, this is a daily driver for me. It's licensed like a vehicle, like a motorcycle. And I won that battle.
Yep.
Yeah, but we don't want to piss off the place where he camps. I was just curious, considering it's licensed and registered as basically a motor vehicle, not an off-road vehicle.
She won't let me because they used to let them in there, and then people didn't respect the trails. The trails are for golf carts, but they're plenty big enough for ATVs, UTVs.
I wasn't talking about riding it around in there. I was talking about just riding it from there to.
Oh, yeah.
Just in and out of the park.
Yeah, basically just to pull it in and park it and then drive it out.
I tried that, and she won't let us do that either, which makes no sense to me, but I, on the same time, understand where she's coming from, because if she lets us come into the park and park them, then other people are going to want to come in and take them to their campsite, and then once they're drunk and they're at their campsite and everybody's in bed, because it's happened, dude. They can't even control their golf carts down there. Some dude got drunk at like 2 a.m. and took his golf cart through the cornfield, went up in the woods and hit a privacy fence and almost took his head off.
Wow.
They had to life flight him.
Well, with having a toy hauler, and that's what I haul my side-by-side in, how am I going to get it to the fucking riding place?
Yeah, that would suck.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, I wouldn't even park it out there. I would just park it inside.
Well, you're street legal, right?
Yeah, I'm street legal.
Then you could park it at my house, and we could swing here and drive it over to the fucking to the thing.
Yeah, no, I did it too. I whoopsed.
That's what we normally do. We don't always haul them out there.
How far is it?
It's like a 10-minute drive from my house. 15-minute drive from the camp. 10 minutes from my house.
Because mine don't go very fast, so.
Yeah, it doesn't talk in the manual. It doesn't talk about the markings, 1 or 2. You know, the A, B, 1 or 2. But I know that if you clean the top of the piston off where you can actually read it.
Let me see, Larry.
It'll either have 2 lines, an A or a B. It'll have 1 line, 2 lines, an A or a B.
So that would be 4 different ones.
No, because you got like a 1 mark or a 2 mark. And sometimes they mark it with it like a 1 mark would be A, a 2 mark would be B.
Yeah, no, there's no marks on here.
Why can't they just keep it simple? Look underneath.
And they say a lot of times you got to take a brush to it and get rid of the carbon in order to read it.
Yeah, I don't know. That's too much like work for me.
Let me guess, and it's probably stuck like mid-bore or something.
It's stuck. Yeah, it's way down in there.
Yeah, that would be a pain in the ass.
Yep.
You know, you could always just grab a 2x4 and a sledgehammer.
We put 2 pry bars on it and beat it with a rubber mallet, and it's stuck where it's at now.
Dump some Marvel oil down there, let it sit overnight or maybe a day or 2.
It ain't worth it. The engine's toast.
No, I mean just to be able to remove the jug from the piston.
The only way I'd be interested in fighting with it is if he'd let me borrow that piston and that jug so I could send them somewhere and see if I can get big bore kits made.
What we talked about.
Yep. Otherwise, it's staying the way it's at.
Well, because here's another way you could pop it out of there, and would provide a lot of pressure. Get some of those little air pads that you use like in doors and stuff, those little air jacks. If you can lift that head up enough where you can slide a couple of those pads underneath there and air them up, that might put enough pressure in there to where it can pop up.
Yeah.
And since it's halfway down in the stroke or 2/3 of the way down in the stroke, you got a lot of room there.
Can you reach the piston?
You can't get to the wrist pin. It's still up inside.
You can't get to the wrist pin at all?
Derek, all you need is an APV plate, man. You can ride on the street here. Oh, you need
You're gonna come in and show your boobies, honey? Not tonight.
What the hell?
She's not wearing a bra, that's why.
Ah.
I can see her nipples though.
Ours is all green, buddy.
Not everybody else needs to know that you can see my nipples.
Not everybody else needs to know you can see my nipples.
Raymond, I know a group that likes to use Cfmoto race stuff for trail riding. I know that group. We call them the Sunday Boys. Team Sunday Boys.
We would go to church on Sunday.
Where was we seeing before in the manual where it tells you the different bore strokes?
It doesn't. It doesn't say anything about a different bore, different stroke.
Well, because there's two different engines for this. It has a 19S or something. Hold on.
Sprycast is somewhere on the engine.
I got it right here in this book, but 191S. Compression ratio 10.68 to 1. 580 cc, 91 millimeter.
Did you look at the sticker on the emission sticker on the side or on the four-wheeler?
Why?
Because I think mine has what engine group it is on it.
Well, this is engine group 191S. But there's two different engines. But there's two different machines, a 600 and a 625. There's two different pistons and there's two different cranks.
Okay, that would explain why. They're different CCs, different bore, different stroke.
But my point is, this book is for both of them, but only gives the specs for one of them.
It doesn't distinguish the difference.
Right.
Well, that's kind of stupid. That's kind of a worthless book because you don't know which specs you're looking at.
Yeah, what if I had a 625 Touring? How do I know if I got the 191S engine or not?
See if it's listed on the emissions plate.
Yeah, but the book don't give you any information for the second engine.
That's all right. I can't find nothing on Cfmoto's diagrams anyways. I have to use option.
Yeah, Cfmoto's diagrams suck.
The whole point in me and Larry being interested in this is to see if an engine swap will gain power and do engine work to the one with the more power. That's our take on it.
Or you just buy the 1000.
Dude, my 600 hangs with the 1000.
Not a work 1000.
Maybe not a done up 1000, but it definitely hangs with it hangs with a 1000 stock and with a clutch kit. But I also have more than just clutch kit. This book is good for the 600, the 600 Touring, the 625, and the 625 Touring.
Unless you want the specs.
unless you want the specs.
All I have on mine is $100 tune and a clutch. That's it.
I don't know what this means. CF600 AU-3S, AU-3L, AU-3SF, AU-3LF, ATR2S, ATR2L. What does that mean? Beats me, dude. All I know is I think the 625 makes more power. That's what I think.
Well, I should hope so. It's 25 cc's larger.
Right. Hey, can we visit Australia website?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know I can through my VPN.
Can you translate the engine specs
Um,
on the website?
Google Translate.
just a second here.
That'll tell us the horsepower difference.
If it's like 2, it's not worth it.
Right. Yeah.
Cfmoto Australia.
Greetings, buddy.
C-Force.
So what's the shit talker saying in the comments?
Who? Derek?
Well,
That's all he said.
View model 625.
Derek would have fun at this local place. There were so many Mexicans there this last weekend. So many.
kicked off YouTube. Watch us. Hey, don't make fun of us dark complected people.
Okay. The 625 is a 580 cc engine.
Same as this one. So why are they calling it a 625?
Because it sounds cooler overseas.
Maybe.
That's got to be.
I don't know what's the CC of the actual CC of the 800.
And it's
It's
40
800?
it's 40 horsepower.
The actual is 40 horsepower.
Yep.
I wonder what this one is. The actual CC of the 800 is 800.
The actual CC of the 950 is what?
962.
962.
So why didn't they call that a 965?
Well, they called it a 950, which is a lot closer than 625 on a 580 engine.
Well, I mean,
One's
it could always be the Z1000 so that it's, 50 cc's off.
right. This one's 580.
Oh my God. You don't have to buy from the Sunday boys to get a 2-year warranty. I did with the Cfmoto USA, and it's got a 1+1
Oh my.
ATV sales event. 1-year factory, 1-year Cfmoto
So
care
you
warranty.
mean to tell me you can go to any dealer and get that warranty?
Yes.
It's not exclusive to any other dealers?
No.
Wow.
Here, watch. Hold on.
Amazing.
What's a warranty?
Yeah, boy did mine day one.
Yeah, I think I've avoided mine day 2. I would have avoided the day 1, but I was waiting on my tires to show up.
Right.
Steve, there. I just shared my tab.
I'm trying to find the
Look at that.
horsepower.
You see that, Steve?
Yeah. That's amazing. It doesn't say anything about exclusiveness.
No. No. So they're saying the U.S. model is 41 horsepower, 1 horsepower more than the European model.
Well, I can't find that in this book. It doesn't tell me.
Oh, but then if you go look at the other specs, it says 40 horsepower.
Mine's 80.
This doesn't say. Yeah, right.
You fucking wish.
This doesn't give horsepower torque specs.
Is that on a Sunday Boys dyno?
No,
Yeah.
I was talking about my F350.
Oh,
No, his side by side's got 80 dyno torques.
My wife said she's got the. What did you say? The strung out drug dealer addict look.
huh? That's
I like it.
I like it with my eyes. I haven't tried it. It's very strange. It's not exactly brown. Not
It
exactly.
almost looks gray and brown mixed.
Yeah, it wasn't called mushroom blonde. And
That is not mushroom blonde.
And-
That's no blonde at all.
And the box did look a little grayish brown. So I don't really know how to explain that other than I haven't dried it yet. I got some blonde pieces in there,
Yeah, this doesn't say.
but I do look like a mixture of
Got everything else on my
Labrador and Poodle.
really. Especially with coming off my medicine and everything.
She's so
She don't-
gonna kick
She
my
don't
ass.
mind. She don't mind calling her fluffy, but she don't like the poodle thing.
I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh my god, it is.
Dirt Trail, he's got 112 dyno torque numbers.
112.
You like?
Yeah.
My machine's got over 800 dyno torque numbers.
That's still got kind of like a little purple tint to
Mine's
it.
got to be around the 750 range since I got that 15 horsepower intake that definitely doesn't give me 15
Just in
more
the front. Mine's all in clutching. I will. She just went in to rinse. She put some in her hair and it turned the front of it purple.
If you put your U-Force on a dyno, it'll have 112 wheel torque power, dyno torque power.
But if you divide that by a certain number, it'll just equal out to your horsepower.
Yep.
Mine has enough torque to dig 3-inch ruts for about 30 feet in a grass field with dry ground. Don't give a shit what the dyno torque says.
Yeah, I have the same problem.
Hey Ron, when
What?
you got a little wheel underneath of it, holding it up in the center, take
Yeah,
the weight off the tires. That don't count.
Yeah.
it wouldn't matter with my fat ass sitting in it.
Hey, speaking of fat asses, I lost 16 pounds in the past 2 weeks.
I've been on a diet for a month and I have not stepped on a scale and I'm not going to.
Well, I step on one every single month because of the doctors.
Them scales always lie. They're never
Well,
accurate.
I always use the same scales at the doctor. It's the only place I weigh.
Last time I stepped on a scale, it said 248. I wasn't happy.
Last time I stepped on a scale, it told me to get the hell off.
Oh, it flashed ERR across it, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which PO code did it give you?
Yeah, the fuel injection line start flashing.
It came up and said, "We are not a dot scale."
Please go to the nearest truck stop. Put 1 foot on each load cell.
Right.
Freak TJ.
To be continued.
Mine says not enough power. Please add new battery.
Oh my god. So
Yeah.
see, I posted in the group. Hey, how many you force guys would like to know how to make your backup lights automatic? Everybody's like, oh, mine already has them. Yeah, it's got the cheapy, dim ass little stupid OEM ones in the tail lights.
Right.
I'm talking about actually putting automatic pod lights in
Yep.
that isn't going to draw too much amperage that's going to screw with your fuses for your backup lights.
Yep.
And a guy commented, and I kind of explained that. And then the very next comment under that was the exact same thing. And it's like, well, since you didn't read the comments above, I will repeat it.
Yep.
You didn't repeat anything. You just copied and pasted.
Yeah, I copied.
I want to know how many people in this live stream have a U-Force 1000. Say I in the comments. Because I have
it
some.
says tilt.
Tilt.
A whirl.
That's a good deal, Dirt Trail. I have something coming as a giveaway for the channel.
Oh, is that the windshield?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't like their products.
Shut up, Larry. They're not all bad.
I can't complain about the windshield. I've had mine bowed up against up against a tree, and it doesn't have a mark, a mar, or a scratch on it.
Okay, let's just say their powder coating, welds, and anodizing leave a lot to be desired.
So does our machines.
At least they don't have the man sucks chicken tax.
Yeah, that's true.
Man sucks chicken. You put too much thought into these.
Huh?
Actually, I did that one.
Larry
The little man face with a sucker and a chicken.
Yeah. Dude, do you know how much Jason paid for this book? He sent me the invoice.
$75.
$67.
Too much.
Do you know how much I found it for on eBay?
$35.
Yep.
It's that tax.
It's the man sucks chicken tax.
And it's what's sad is probably the same company was selling it on eBay for the $35.
That's fine, Richard.
That's how I buy it.
We'll make something happen. I was gonna say something. I forgot. Oh. I have a U-Force 1000 windshield coming to be given away on the channel. They're sending me and it's a flip-up windshield. They're sending me a flip-up windshield to install on the wife's side-by-side for a video. So
which you won't have that on very long because you'll take it off because your wife is gonna bitch like no tomorrow about the dust that's gonna come in through the rear.
It doesn't if you leave it.
yeah, she'll leave it open.
If you don't leave it open, yeah.
If you leave it on the first open notch, it still doesn't.
Yeah.
The only time it ever wraps around the dust coming in the back is if you have it fully closed.
Yeah.
When it's fully closed, then it does. But if you have it on the first setting or wide open, it doesn't.
Hey, Derek, you just let me know. We're probably going to do it like right around the beginning of October. Probably like the first weekend of October. And that's going to be at our campground, which I can give you that privately, the information.
I know we're off like the first week of September, but we're not going to go too far because gas prices are still so high.
They're coming down here.
You shouldn't have voted
down here too, but
you shouldn't have voted for him.
I didn't.
We had to have that man sucks chicken tax on gas.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh. Steve, what should I do with this little guy?
Ask
It's
your wife.
like, I think it's like $50 or something for the whole weekend, something like that.
What is that?
This
Oh,
is
that's
a little relay circuit board to work with a microcontroller.
throw it
And what
away.
are you gonna do with that?
You know, there's actually a lot I could do with it.
No shit.
But these relays in it are only good for 15 amps.
That's a lot. You could run a lot with that.
You could run whip lights, rock lights.
So
the
it's got 4 15 amp relays. So that's actually a total of 60 amps if you hooked them in parallel.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah. No, it's not that I'm a tight ass. I spent $1,600 in gas just to go to freaking Tecumseh.
You didn't buy gas. You bought diesel.
Whatever. Petroleum products.
Should have bought the red kind.
Yeah, right. Knowing my luck, I would get pulled over by DOT and they'd be like, that smells funny.
Yeah, if you bring a tent, then you can camp right up there with us. If you bring a camper, you won't be able to. You'd be on the other side of the park.
Does anybody have an old computer? I got a shit ton of RAM chips I can give away.
What kind of old computer?
Old IBM type computer. Stuff that takes like DDR2 RAM.
Oh God, that's like 20 years old.
Like here's a stick of 256 meg DDR2. Here's a 4 gig stick of DDR2, another 4 gig stick of DDR2.
We're gonna have to start a GoFundMe to get Ron up here.
I don't even know if the wife can get off work.
Well, you can leave her at home.
I wish my stupid
shit
son would come through.
Here's an old stick of PC 4200 512 meg stick.
Hey, Dirt Trail, you could sell those sticks for more than what the gold's worth.
Actually, these old sticks are expensive.
Yeah, they're still worth $40 a piece.
They're more than that.
Are they?
Yeah. You go on like eBay or something to find the older stuff, and it's actually more expensive than the newer stuff.
Yeah. It always works that way, though.
Well, it was dirt cheap there for a while, and now
$1.
Some people need it.
Yep.
You know what the bad part is? If I open my wallet right now, I don't even have $1.
I don't either.
I don't think I do either. Let me open my wallet. Nothing.
Hold on.
It's drier than a $6 whore out on a Monday.
I have some of this. It has man sucks chicken tax on it, so it's worth more. Oh, wait a minute. This got gas in it. Juice cycle.
Okay, $2 is the best I can do. Inflation.
So how's everybody liking the Stingray Helix that's using it?
Huh?
Said, how's everybody liking the Stingray Helix that's using it?
I love it.
I like it. I think it's pretty vicious off-road in the trails.
It is.
And my machine can still do over 70 with it.
Right.
Right. I even went back to my stock rollers, and I'm still able to hit 70. And
Adam,
my takeoff is nuts.
Yeah.
I have no complaints on it whatsoever.
The back shift off road is pretty amazing. It's pretty responsive.
Ask Dirt Trail Adventures how that 600 spanking was. I got him by like a half a machine length, bro.
It was like half a foot.
No, it wasn't. It was like half a length.
Oh my God! Here we go. We're measuring dicks again.
No.
Measuring peckers.
So how bad was the hill down into the creek that he wouldn't go in?
It was like 2 foot.
It was like 6 inches.
Yeah.
If a man says it's 2 foot, it's actually 6 inches.
As a matter of fact, hold on, I'll show you.
And if it's 6 inches, a woman will tell you it's 2 feet because she thinks this is 6 inches. Because that's what she's been told all her life.
If you scroll like way back on my Facebook somewhere, I took a ruler and a dollar bill and I set them right next to each other. And I said, sorry to spoil your fun, guys. This is really 6 inches.
Chrome has lost permission. Capture your screen.
So, Steve, Chris here asks, so with the Helix, do you need to clock the clutch for 32s? I say no.
No.
I'm
Do
running.
not clock that clutch, man.
I'm running. And I tried clock, and it was a very bad idea.
It's already clocked, for one.
I've clocked it all the way to A2. I have put a stiffer secondary spring on it.
All bad.
I've ran lighter weights on it. I've done everything you could. I had my clutch apart 30 times.
Yeah.
Just using this Helix.
You want my recommended clutch setups to run this Helix, or you're gonna have bad luck with it.
Or stock. Or a stock primary.
You can run stock clutch with this Helix, but nothing else unless I sell it to you, pretty much.
As far as like mine being the 800 with the wet clutch, got a 1 millimeter shim in the primary, and I have the Helix on B1, and my takeoff is faster than what it was with my 0 to 60. It just starts to drop off a little bit after 45, but I can still run 70.
And see,
Larry.
and my machine picks up after 60.
Well,
after like 50 miles an hour, it picks up.
You got more power, and your primary is different than mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you've also done some wet clutch work too.
Right. I've done wet clutch work, so most of mine's going to be down low.
Yeah.
The only machines that I'm really recommending with the 800 wise, with the wet clutch. So we're only talking about 800 Z-Force and 800 U-Force. So the only machine that I'm recommending changing the primary on is the U-Force, because they come with way too heavy a weights anyway.
Yeah.
Dirt Trail says, make fun all you want. After rolling the quad, I've been uneasy.
I bet.
Bro,
So is uneasy code for chicken shit?
bro. We go up on the hills to play. You know, we go up on them hills. And I come up there, here comes Adam. And I'm like, where's the rest of the guys? And I just thought it was the kids down there that didn't want to climb the hill. No, it's TJ. So finally here comes TJ after my wife comes up. And we go up around.
Wait, pause, time out. So is what you're saying is your wife has bigger balls than TJ?
So yeah, they're just hung in a different spot.
So
They're just hung in a different spot.
So we go up. I call it the racetrack. We go up on the racetrack, which is even up higher, and it's not bad. Nothing bad at all. You come up, you go up this hill, and then you come down, and then you turn just slightly, and then you turn back, and then you go around this berm. I went up there with my dog, so I'm driving slow as it is because I got my dog. I go up there, I come back, and then here comes Adam, and my wife. She's coming around, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm waiting on TJ. Like, where is TJ at? Where's TJ at? And Adam goes, He's still up there trying to figure out how to come down this little hill. Because it dips down. It like turns, but it dips down. And he didn't like that. I think that's the
All
best
right.
part of it.
So
You just floor.
Chris asked
Filming.
if it works with a 1017. I wouldn't recommend a 1017 spring for nothing.
It will
not even for 32s. No.
It will work with a 1017, but different weights. But no, I do not ship the 1017 with the Helix. I lie. I do, but only under certain circumstances. Otherwise, I sell a kit for that, and it's not a 1017, and it's definitely not 18-gram weights.
I don't recommend a 1017 spring for these machines at all.
I do for certain situations.
If you're doing a race situation,
Yep.
That's different. But the 1017 spring is so goddamn heavy.
Yep.
That you're just going to be smoking your weight blocks. They're literally going to melt into your primary.
Yep.
Because your weights have to work so hard to overcome that spring weight. It's ridiculous. Right. For a stock secondary on like 33 tough terabytes, I recommend a 1016 spring with 16-gram weights.
Tons of hills, Derek. Tons of hills.
And that machine with 33s will still run 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, but Derek won't be able to follow me up them.
Yeah, so like I said, I do put the 1017 in certain things. And the 1017 with 18-gram weights is what I recommend for getting all-out performance. But those are old posts, and we have done things differently since then.
It's just way better to do it with lighter spring and lighter weights. The engine's rev so much faster. The power is delivered so much quicker.
The more spring force and the more weight you put in it, the more friction you cause, which is heat and loss of power.
What's Dirt Trail's nickname in our group chat? Sensitive Sally?
No, that's you.
That's you.
Why is that me? What's his nickname?
Slow Trails Adventures.
That's
Slow
right.
Trails Adventures.
He's just living up to his name. It's all good. As long as he was out there having fun.
Hey, Steve,
what?
Your aux beam, did it came with the same instructions?
I literally just threw the box away. So, but yeah, I believe so. Yeah, same ones, I think.
It's amazing. We're gonna just call. We're gonna take the same product. We're gonna name it something else, and we're gonna sell it for $100 more.
Chris, nope. You can. No. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't, but that's not exactly what I ship.
Yeah, 1016 with a stock Helix would be fine.
But I wouldn't run that 1016 with 16-gram weight.
With the stock Helix, I do.
Oh, with the stock Helix, it'd probably be all right. Well, probably not with. No,
I got
stock Helix. Yeah, with his 32 stock Helix, 16-gram.
Yep.
He could run that 1016. I'm not giving my information out. Sorry, guys. That's my lifeline on how I make a living.
Just always remember, no matter what setup you put in there, if you hit a giant mud hole, put the damn thing in low.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't care what setup's in it. Put it in low.
Yep.
That's what happened to me. Crap, when I smoked my belt, I was in high.
If you have a stage 3, it's stuck in low at all times, so it doesn't matter.
That is a true statement.
Man, when I put that 1061 Articat spring in there with the helix. You should have felt the back shift on that bastard.
Did it feel like a stage 3 kit?
I don't know, but the secondary was so hot that when I pulled the clutch apart, the belt was actually stuck to the inner sheave of the secondary.
But wait,
Right.
there's a certain dealer, Ron,
I
that
don't-
says belt tension does not create heat.
Belt squeeze does,
Yeah.
And that in return is your belt tension.
especially when you're on a torsion clutch, which causes twisting of the sheaves anyways.
We have some pretty nasty hills out there, Derek. I'll take you. We'll climb some hills, buddy.
He can't follow an 800 trail. How's he going to follow an 800 EX?
I'm probably not going to take my 800 EX. I'll probably take my 600, or maybe I'll take them both. Sometimes that's what I do.
So you guys are hearing it first here in this live. Steve is going to tear his 800EX apart, put all the stock shift back on it, part out all his aftermarket stuff, and then sell his machine bone stock.
Why?
I'm not. I was just screwing with these guys in the group. I can't get rid of that thing. That's my baby over there. I don't ride it anymore, but that's my baby. The 600 is just way more fun, I think.
I had more fun riding quads. I just can't ride them no more.
I had fun on your 600 when I come over there.
Dude,
to
it's a
Ohio.
blast, man. You'd have even more fun on it now.
And watching your soul leave your body when I was side hilling was priceless. Ron and the old guy talking. Oh, that thing's going over. That was kind of funny.
It won't go over now.
Hold on. When you came to a stop, it's okay. So it's leaning to the right to begin with. When you came to a stop, that left rear tire came up about 3 inches.
And if you look at Steve and if you ask him what the expression on my face was, I was still all smiles.
Well, right, but there was also a tree right in front of you, so it wouldn't have went very far. But I still thought it was going to go over.
And then Steve's face, his soul just left his body. You could see it. You guys were all stuck down there waiting, looking at shit, and I was like, screw this, I'm going through the trees. So what if I got to side hill this bitch?
Right. Yeah, the 1017 18-gram weights, that's like a very aggressive kit. And like I said, I do still sell it in a kit. It just depends.
I could show you what your primary will look like. I'll just cut the audio out.
No,
you could
that
see
don't happen. That don't happen with the 1017 spring. That happens with the Man Sucks Chicken spring.
Yeah, but the same principle.
Yeah, but different, whole different spring, man.
Since I took their spring out of my machine, it goes in and out of gear at idle like butter.
I had the same problem with Loris, and I kept telling them, and they're like, "Oh, it's your belt, it's your belt, it's your belt." So I bought an OEM belt, put it on. It didn't fix it. I bought 2 other brands of belts, didn't fix it. Finally, I just had to take it out of there.
I bought a Dayco XTX belt, and that son of a bitch is sitting on the shelf, and it's not going back in my machine.
She's still on the Dayco belt. It's about 1,300 miles on it now.
If you have a constant tension belt with the wet clutch, don't buy one. If you have a trail block, go right ahead.
No.
Works perfectly fine for the trail block, but it sucks for the constant tension.
I would only recommend it on the smaller machines. It's a damn good belt, but I wouldn't put it on an 800 or a 1000.
Hell, a lot of even the Gates belts aren't recommended for side by sides. They're recommended for ATVs.
Right.
The only Gates belt that's recommended for 800cc and above is the Redline.
My ATV don't even have a Mitsubishi belt in it. It's got something else.
It's got the cheap one.
Yep, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
so
they
I'm
do,
out.
the cheap one in there, and they mark it up to the Mitsubishi price. But a Mitsubishi belt will actually say it on it.
So, Steve, I'm out in the garage. I'm grabbing this little sack. I'm going to come in. I'm going to show it to you.
What are you doing with your sack? You're gonna show it to people?
Yep.
Shameful.
First it's nuts. Now it's facts,
Larry's trying to get me demonetized with that TV.
guys.
I'm watching TV. It's.
You are not watching TV.
Do you remember that? Do you remember this, Steve? Remember when you sent me this?
Do you remember this that I pulled out of another machine?
Yeah. Do you remember when you sent me this?
Yeah.
Okay. You were working with a particular dealer at the time, correct?
Yeah.
And this came to you straight from the person that dealer was working with, correct?
Correct.
To test out these spring and weight kits, right?
Yep.
There's the spring.
Hold your spring up there. It's a different color than this one.
Yep, this one hasn't been powder coated or nothing. This is a raw spring.
Yeah. Which came in the same box this one came in. They're both the same spring, I think. No, wait a minute. They're different spring.
Which this was sent to you for testing.
Yep.
But you didn't have a 1000 to test it on.
Correct.
This was their 1000 setup.
Correct.
Here's the weights that was sent with it.
20 gram.
Are they rusty?
No, because I live in the desert, so no.
That's true.
They're not. It smoked my primary.
Yeah, I had problems with this one too.
When I talk about a certain dealer's spring kits, they will say, "Oh, that's not our spring kit because you didn't buy it from us, or you didn't sell it. We didn't sell it to you. We didn't send it to you." This is their spring kit,
and I can verify that because I did put in a kit that came straight from the other dealer,
and it came straight from the person who was putting these kits together for this dealer.
Yeah.
That dealer or that company sent these kits directly to Steve.
Yep, in a big box. I did a video on it.
Yep. And then Steve sent me this to try along with their stage 2 spring. The stage 2 spring came out in like less than 24 hours. I was done with it. It's horrible. And then that one there, I tested it for 1,000 miles. After about 4 or 5 rides, the engagement got so low on it that it was turning my secondary, and I had to fight to get it out of gear. Sometimes I had to shut it off.
Yep, that's what that spring does.
Yep.
It's fine at first.
Yeah.
That one started about 200 miles in.
Yep.
Acting up.
Yeah. And that's why I don't recommend their kits to nobody. But they'll say that's not their spring, even though it is.
Yeah, not their spring.
And I bet that spring, Steve, that you got there has no markings on it except for it's black.
It's not black. It's just a different color than yours.
No.
It looks black on camera.
.1017 spring is way, way, way overboard for freaking 30s. 30s, you barely need more than stock.
Yeah.
If you're not okay, Richard, if you're not going to run the Stingray Mods Helix that Steve sells on your U-Force 1000,
yeah,
you'll be a lot happier if you go with a CV Tech 1015 spring and 16 gram weights.
And those are stock, right?
The U-Force, it could either be 16s, 18s, or 20s. We've seen all three of those in the U-Force. But
Does it depend
Go
on
go to your local gas station, buy a little gram drug scale for $10 and weigh them.
Yeah, go to your local smoke shop, get you a little scale.
Actually,
I ordered one on Amazon for like $10.
get something a little bit better. I did the same thing, and it works. It works good. But the minute you have a scale, you begin to want to weigh more shit, and it don't work for anything over 200 grams. So,
well, now.
The one that I ordered off Amazon or eBay, wherever the hell I ordered it from, it measures. Well, I know my outer sheave is like 1,900 grams, something like that. It'll measure.
Now my scales will measure it because mine are commercial grade. Because I do Cerakoting and stuff. And when I mix Cerakote or mix some paints or whatever, I do it by weight. I do it by their densities.
Yeah, we don't get all that sophisticated around here. I can't even spray paint good, so.
Oh my God. Steve, you got to boot somebody and ban them.
what the hell? Block user. There.
What it say? I want to hear.
Best adult dating site there was. All of a sudden, it was all this XXX fucking shit. Love chat XYZ.
Ooh, you mean I missed out on it?
Best adult dating site.
You know, there's only like 3 professions that anybody wants anymore. And that's a scammer, a YouTuber, and an OnlyFans.
Hey, I'm telling you. Fat guy off-road. Look me up on OnlyFans.
Jesus.
I'm about to start an OnlyFans. I mean, I walk around in my garage barefoot.
I bet you know what? Yeah, you could get some foot lover.
Yeah.
Hell, I'm half tempted to start videoing my wife and doing an OnlyFans on her without her even knowing.
Did you guys see that Cfmoto advertisement that I put in the group?
I seen it, but I didn't watch it yet.
Dude, Cfmoto needs advertisement like that. I'm about to hire me something like that so I get some freaking views on YouTube. I ain't kidding.
I'll lay across the hood of a side-by-side for you, Red. It's all right.
Steve, I'll do it. You can get all this glory.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'll even put on a fucking Speedo for you.
Oh.
Somebody wants to see that.
Like 2 sizes too small.
Well, you don't have to worry about any of that, Ron, because if he comes over here to video, he'll have to wear a coat anyway.
You guys are still giving me shit because it was like 60 degrees and I was wearing a freaking
It was
flannel.
like 80.
And I was wearing a flannel.
It was not 60 degrees.
It felt like it.
The 60 degrees here is when you start putting your sleeveless shirts on or no shirt.
Yeah.
Well, the other night I think it was like 83 degrees out. And I posted on my Facebook, it's like, man, it's 83 degrees out tonight. It feels nice. It feels cool. Almost a little bit on the chilly side.
Yeah.
It's 81 out here right now.
We're at 102. We're in a cold spell.
Ours hasn't been bad this week. It's supposed to start getting hot tomorrow.
Cajun, kill that troll bat.
Who is that? What troll?
It was the one that you already killed.
That I already did. Nailed it. You know, my YouTube. You know why my YouTube channel don't grow like other Cfmoto YouTubers? It's because I don't put thousands of dollars into getting subscribers and bots, pretty much bots to subscribe to my channel and give me channel views. And I know for a fact that they do it because there's ways to tell.
Hey, Steve, look
What?
at Mr. Infection's comment.
You all saw I was squirting today, so I'm. Wow.
And now you know why we call him Mr. Infection.
Yeah.
What I missed?
I must have missed it too.
No, because we were talking about OnlyFans. Oh, God.
What is that?
It's a screwdriver, electric screwdriver.
I don't know if I like this guy. He said, "Hello, everyone. EPA off-highway vehicle adventures."
Oh yeah,
I don't like anything with EPA.
What's EPA stand for?
Environmental Protection Agency.
I know. The environment gets screwed up way worse by a lot of other things than side by sides and four wheelers. And
oh, you know the best thing that
they just need to take every goddamn car off the road.
This is the best thing around here. Is there'll be a plot of land, and they'll show all these ruts in it, and they'll get it shut down to where we can't drive across this plot of land no more, and it is like state trust land, and we pay for permits to run on state trust land, and then they'll shut it down, and then they'll wait about 2, maybe 3 years, and then they'll take and sell that flooded trust land to a developer, and they come in and bulldoze it all.
Right.
It's like, what the hell? Squirt green to match my 950.
Has anybody heard anything about Moab with them stopping the side by sides and stuff up there lately?
Well, I was just up there in May,
Right.
but you got a bunch of Californians that have moved into the area that like to hike Moab and like to mountain bike Moab. So they're trying to get everything shut down to off-road vehicles, not just side-by-sides, but anything with an engine. And because they don't want the noise.
They're going to bankrupt that town.
Yeah. The only thing that keeps that town alive is the off-road community. When we were up there in May, all you could see was like in the restaurant windows and the stores is we support off-highway vehicles.
Right.
You know how many enduro bikes we've seen on the highway headed out that direction when we were going there and heading back? They were going there to ride. I mean, if they've stopped all motorized vehicles, even enduro guys aren't going to be able to do it anymore.
No. Nope.
And those guys had thousands of dollars in them enduro rigs. They were awesome.
And when you go up there, the prices we pay for the campgrounds or a hotel or even to eat up there.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Now, I will say, where I stayed, I think I stayed the same. Well, you stayed one campground up from where I did.
Yeah, I was like 11 miles north of
Moab. I'm 8 miles north, so you were at the next campground up.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, we paid like, was it $89 a night for a little cabin?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that really wasn't bad.
I forgot. I put this up here and forgot. Yeah, EPA. He comments on my stuff all the time. He's pretty cool dude.
Well, my side by side is no longer EPA compliant.
Mine is. Haha.
No, it's not. You
No,
gutted the
it's
cat.
Any modification done to the exhaust
Or intake.
or
Hold on.
Or tune.
or tune.
Hey, you know what?
Hey, there's my buddy right there.
Yeah.
As a 27-year mechanic, I will say,
It's ashy. I didn't know that. I looked it up. It's got ash in it.
I will say that you can take an old carb-rated 396, 454, anything you want, and as long as it is tuned properly, it will produce less emissions than any new car produced.
Yeah, Cajun rings a bell. You go live with Steve and all the other bigger guys. There's another one.
Like it.
You hang out with Polar Bear Ed too.
I haven't seen him around for a while.
Polar Bear, he goes live every Sunday. I was gonna join his live the other Sunday, but it said he was live and I clicked it and it was over.
Hell, I've been missing your lives, and I'm even supposed to be there.
Yeah. Yep, Steven, Ed, and Mark. Yep.
Summer killed me, bud. Good to see you. Brandon, what did summer do to you? It's not like it's hot where you're at.
Summer killed me, bud. Good to see you on a live stream. Heck yeah. Hey, Brandon, you need to come up here and go riding with us in October.
You're not off in October, are you, babe?
We're off for Lexi's wedding.
Oh, never mind. What is that?
The weekend of the 22nd.
When are you doing your ride, Red? The first weekend?
Probably somewhere in there because the campground closes in October.
I just didn't know what weekend it was.
You forgot.
Red's having a ride the first weekend of October at his campground.
You can probably go. Max! Fucking ass in that house.
Wow.
First weekend in October, Brandon.
He pissed in her chair.
You can camp at our campground, or I know how you are. You'll stay in a hotel. Am I supposed to put this up, Larry?
Yeah, look at that. 101, and we got rain coming in an hour.
Yeah, it just rained here.
Yeah, it's nice and clear here. 80 degrees, not a lot of humidity. It's really nice.
Must be nice.
Right here, I'm that little spot right there.
Right.
It's just barely going to molest us. See, we were at 106 today, and he's saying summer killed him.
Well, Brandon, since you're gonna stay in a hotel, there's a Canton hotel right up the road from my house. Well, you should know. You've been here more than once. Question for you: before Cfmoto, what brand ATV did you prefer to ride? Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha.
Yamaha.
Yeah.
I
Don't get me wrong;
Honda and
those are
Yamaha.
still great ATVs. But honestly, I never ever foreseen myself riding a utility machine. But Cfmoto put me on it. They killing it with the utility stuff. Their utility machines look sporty and they drive sporty. Well, Larry, you drove my 600. Does that thing drive like a utility quad?
Yes and no.
Yes and no, exactly. It's like utility / sport.
It's not quite a sport machine. You know, it's
Right.
not quite a full sport machine. Even if you compared it to like an old Yamaha Warrior.
Right.
Okay. Don't even think about comparing it to a Banshee because there is no comparison there.
No.
But the old 350 Warrior was a heavy machine.
Yeah.
Okay. And I wouldn't compare it with like a Grizzly because it feels more nimble than a Grizzly, but not quite as nimble as an old Warrior 350. It's kind of in between there somewhere. It's still fun, but yet it can still be utilitarian.
We'll have to figure it out after the live, Red. We might be able to go.
That'd be cool. That's a long trip for you guys, though.
Reds. I know it is a long trip, but we were thinking about going ahead and going to Utah this September, but yeah, that would be way too much.
Chris, I'm waiting for someone to part out a new 950 HO. I really want the seats. No, Chris, if somebody's going to part out a new 950 HO, you want the engine.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want the
engine and the ECU.
And the ECU.
Okay, yeah, that works, Adam. Yeah, see, I didn't look at the calendar. I'm just spouting off because I'll know, Yeah, Cfmoto is the first company to put my fat butt on a utility quad because I've never been a utility quad kind of guy. They just
I hadn't either. I've been like Yamaha Blasters,
the
Warrior, the Banshee.
What's up, Field? Yeah, it's like I don't know. Cfmoto did it different, man. They did it different than Honda. They did it different than Kawasaki, Yamaha, even Polaris. Because Polaris Listen, I've driven Polaris utility vehicles, and
they suck.
They suck. I mean, if you're gonna pull a trailer around your farm or whatever, sure.
What's up, Joey?
But go trail riding? No, not doing it for me. Cfmoto really shocked me and surprised me, and I had to go try one for myself. And honestly, it's the first utility that I've ever owned. Not the first one I've ever been on. First one I've ever owned. And I'll tell you what, I love trail riding with it. I did a mild mud build on it. And I know when me and the wife sell this house and get some land and move, if I still have that thing. If I don't, I'll probably have a 1000 or something. But I'll probably keep the 600 too. It's a great machine, and I wouldn't be afraid to put a trailer behind it, use it for like work reasons and stuff like that around the property or something. I don't know. It's hard to explain. You got to get.
Well, my cousin had this 700 Grizzly. And even with the weight that I have that I could use for controlling a machine, it was actually hard to control that 700 Grizzly up in the mountains as soon as you got off cambered or something.
Right.
It was hard to control it.
Melissa said to come on. Her and Derek are going to go.
Well, I did have to widen that 600 a bit because without it, is a little on the tippy side. Yeah, Larry. Yeah, you almost tipped it.
Not a problem. It didn't.
You just got lucky. And it's because you didn't move your left nut over far enough to add that little extra. Because I'm telling you, if you'd have breathed the wrong way, that sucker was going.
It's what I tell everybody. There's a difference between tipping
and rolling
and being scared.
I'm not scared of it, but now that it's wider, I hammer through the trails. I don't care. And now I've had it on way more camber than what you did, and it don't even think about going over. But she's wider now. She's like almost 50-inch wide.
So what is it, like a 4x5 now?
It's wide.
4 foot tall, 5 inches wide.
Something like that. You all should come back to Tennessee and ride. Yeah, our next trip that we're gonna do, I'm gonna find somewhere with dunes, sand. I'm gonna go play in the sand.
I'm getting high clearance control arms.
That's where I broke my. That's where I broke my axle.
The sand.
Well, that's where I finished off my axle.
I don't think Laura's side by side would do good in the sand.
Oh, Jack was the one on the U1000, wasn't he?
Yep.
The older gentleman thought I was going over. He was the one talking with Rod.
Yeah. Yeah, he was definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon.
It's gonna go. It's gonna go.
I think Michigan's where we want to go for the sand, because I think there's a spot up there with sand trails.
Oh,
I'm good with sand. Mine did good in the sand. I had fun.
You know,
Yeah.
when I did Hell's Gate, those guys thought my side by side was going over too when that right front tire was 3 feet up in the air.
Right.
Ride a trail model. That happens all the time.
Yeah. Backwoods rode my 600. Like, it rides good. Real good.
I think the difference in the utility for the Cfmoto and most of the others
Do
is
what?
Cfmoto's got a little bit stiffer suspension, which a little more cornering ability.
Honestly, my 600 is the softest four-wheeler I've ever ridden. My brute force was pretty soft, but not as soft as the 600. And the 800 and the 1000 are a lot stiffer than the 600. But the 800 and the 1000 ride better than any of the Polarises that I've been on and any of the Hondas that I've been on.
I'll tell you, the new Polarises are so freaking soft that you can't even hardly turn them around in a garage without feeling like it's going to tip over.
Right. Yeah, I think Silver Lake is the one we looked up. Brandon knows because we discussed it.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a next year trip.
I think it's the only one up there that has the sand. That's where the dog guys go.
I seen you got the fence set up on your YouTube, buddy. I seen it. I seen your video. I had thought about that too, especially when cars and cameras go. Hey, if we can get everybody up here in October, we'd do a fun ride over,
Hey, if somebody has an aluminum trailer that's 83 wide, 10 foot long, I'd be willing to trade my PJ 8314 trailer for it.
Heck yeah!
I need a light trailer.
Why, you coming up?
Well, that way I can be like the creator and pull my side by side behind the wife's car.
I'm on live stream. What you doing, big dog?
Oh, I didn't know you was on live stream.
Yeah, man.
Call me back whenever.
Now, what are you doing? You're good. You're gonna be famous now.
I'm seeing if you go with me to go look at that Can-Am tomorrow. We should be back by 2:30.
Hey, watch your mouth. I'm on live stream. Jesus. You meant to say Cfmoto, didn't you?
Yeah. Cfmoto.
Yeah, we'll go look at that Cfmoto 800 tomorrow.
There ain't nothing wrong with Can-Am.
All right, pick me up.
That's where Cfmoto got their engine design from.
We go at 2:30, or we should be back by 2:30.
Yeah, that should be all right.
Because I got a beater by one or something like on the other side of my dyno.
How far is that?
Turn a second. My phone's
from Canton, it's probably about 55 minutes.
Roxy!
Yeah.
Enough north.
Yeah, come get me.
Roxy Doodle! Roxy, come here.
Take
Roxy! Come here.
Take my big equipment trailer.
Okay.
So, all right, man. I'll talk to you.
All right, we'll see you. Bye.
Roxy, come, Roxy.
Nice to hear, Jack. I have friends that ride there.
Wow. The Husky just turned me down because we're getting ready to eat dinner and there's food out there. Gemma Jew, you'll come see Daddy though, won't you? Yeah.
You got the peanut butter?
Oh no, Gemma, she's an old bitch. She's an old good puppy.
I gotta switch to my computer, guys. My phone's about to die.
The husky. Oh, there she is talking. All she cares about is people with food.
Me too.
Your nipples.
Oh,
Bring me one of Roxy's treats.
you said nipples, and we gained like 5 viewers.
Holy crap.
Red, look up Hollyoaks. I did look that one up. Is that one got sand? I think that one's got sand. I want to do some good sand stuff. I've never been, and I've seen a video yesterday on Facebook, and I'm like, yep, we're going. We're doing it.
So the thing about sand is unless it
Come here.
has trail,
Come here. Up.
if it's just sand dunes, they get boring real fast.
Do what?
Come here. Come here.
I said just sand dunes get boring real fast.
Roxy, come here.
I don't know.
You gotta have trails.
Yeah, there's got to be trails. Like, I don't want to go play in some open sand place.
Yeah, like I said, if you go somewhere that's just sand dunes, it's boring.
Yeah, I want to hit some trails, sand trails. Wherever has the most sand, Brandon, that's where we're going to plan to go next year. Hopefully taxes don't hit me too hard. I have a feeling they're gonna.
Roxadoodle. 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 So you can have her undivided attention, Steve. Look at this.
Right? Cfmoto ride even better in the sand. Mine was great down in Sunnyside ATV Paradise. Heck yeah, man. I want to do sand riding so bad.
Sit.
All right. There we go.
Actually, all right, Roxy, move. Come on. Sand is fun. Oh, what's for dinner?
Pizza.
Here I am losing weight, and you're trying to feed me pizza.
Oh, well, the boys wanted pizza for dinner.
Nips. There's nips.
Did you see those nips?
Yeah, we've seen them.
Yep. They were seen.
No, they weren't.
Yeah,
Yep.
there was.
Yeah, they was.
No, they weren't.
Them things was poking out of there like them cone cups that you get out
I
of
know.
the water thing.
What?
You know the little cone cups like they got by the water fountains?
Yeah.
They were poking out of there like those.
Oh, no, they were not.
We'll see you
They said-
backwoods. Have fun, buddy. Come ride Saturday. They look like uncooked chicken breast.
Wow.
Oh,
They're not quite as lean as that.
shoot.
Yeah, that's right.
Agree with
That's
you
right,
guys.
Derek.
Sand will be fun, but a plus would be some trails too. Yeah, absolutely. Got to have some trails. I mean,
That's
I've
what I
never
like
been
about
to the sand, but I want to go.
that's what I like about riding the sand dunes on like the Oregon coast. Is you got some good dunes. You can ride along the beach down in the packed wet sand, and then you got the trails.
Yeah.
I liked St. Joe State Park. It didn't have dunes, but it had sand.
Yeah.
The only thing is you have to wear a freaking helmet.
Yeah,
I
where
don't
we
mind that. I don't mind that at all.
I hit my head more. You know what? I have never hit my head in my side-by-side. Ever. And I've had it since the beginning of 2018. And I've done a lot of stupid stuff in it. You know how many times I hit my head when I was wearing a helmet? Enough that I wanted to go to the hospital to see if I had a goddamn concussion. Take that helmet and shove it up somebody's. Yeah.
guys look up Coos Bay, Oregon. sand dunes.
That's a long drive.
Yeah, but they're worth it.
You guys should look up the place where I'm going next September. It's like volcanic ash. Oh. I don't know if
What jail, Ron?
what?
Brandon Davis. Beats me. Why'd it get quiet?
Because I'm
I was
looking at
reading.
something.
Oh.
All right, Steve, we're going to run commentary on this, so that way you don't get any dings for copyright or something.
Okay.
This is Banshee Hill in Coos Bay, Oregon, at the sand dunes there. Let me share my screen.
Yeah. Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
You got to put it up.
Oh, they'll copyright me just because of the video.
But we're running commentary, therefore it makes it legal.
That's true.
Because we're talking about a particular area. But this is the Oregon Dunes. This is in Coos Bay. This is where I liked when I lived in Washington, where I liked to ride.
Sounds good, Derek.
But that hill that they're flying up there, this guy sucks at videoing.
They probably did, but I have a better setup.
But yeah, that's Banshee Hill. It is a hell of a climb.
Yeah.
Now, in the Oregon Dunes, you have no choice but to run paddles. It's not like a Moses Lake where somebody talks about running the sand dunes. That's not sand dunes. That's like pea gravel.
Right.
But see, this is going up Banshee Hill is kind of like a trail also. But these are the type of areas that I like to ride in.
Well, let's make it clear. I'm not buying paddles to ride the sand one time.
Yeah, no kidding.
By the way, 27-inch paddles work really good on a 950 or 1000.
Well, they probably work all right on 800 too.
Oh.
Shove her in low gear and let her eat.
Well, shit. I'm not getting nothing done. I'm still ripping out all that. You know what sucks about doing wiring right the first time? And then when you want to change shit up and you got to pull it out, it's twice as hard to remove.
You did it right the first time. You wouldn't be wanting to redo it.
Well, no, I'm pulling out all the relays I had put in there because I got that freaking switch box now.
Yep. That makes it nice. Whoever invented that thing is a genius. Yep.
So yeah. So now I got to rip out all my wiring and I'll route it differently, and
I'm leaving mine the way it is. I'm tired of working on it.
he'll be messaging us tomorrow that he pulled his clutch again.
Pull this clutch apart. Hey guys, I found this secondary spring I'm gonna try.
Yep.
No, that's getting sent to you.
Yeah, I got one coming.
So you try it. I've had mine apart enough.
Thanks, Jeremy. Appreciate it.
You know, I should have just installed this controller with wiretaps. That's what real professionals do.
Right.
Forget the solder and heat shrink.
I don't even do that. I just use the heat shrink connectors. Well, actually, the best way to do it is to cut them, twist them together, and put one of them really good Band-Aids around it. That's the way.
Put like a half roll electrical tape.
Yeah.
Or you just take the electrical tape so long where you can just fold it over and
leftover boxing tape from your Amazon packages.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, works great. It's nice and sticky too.
Hey, how do I share my screen?
Ask Larry. He's the screen share master.
Down at the bottom where it says mute, stop cam settings, share screen.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, here he goes. He's going to show us his OnlyFans page.
Yep.
The only one he subscribed to, men with hairy buttholes.
The hell?
Oh, well, laptop's going to die on us. Whew. So am I think. It says share. There you go.
There, I'm trying to figure it out.
You got it. All 9,000 windows.
Can you see that?
Yep.
No.
Some of the off-road trails.
We see them old Polarises and that.
What was that from like 1980s?
Yeah.
Probably. No, it had to be at least 2000s. Damn it.
Wait, go back. Go back to that cover photo.
It had an Odes in there, man.
Go back to the cover photo. Actually, see the red one there in the back?
Yeah.
That is actually a Cfmoto machine badged as Polaris.
Yep. That one is.
That's actually literally a Cfmoto machine.
That's what
Cfmoto,
the 08,
yeah.
The first one?
Yep, because they were built, the original Polaris side-by-sides were built by Cfmoto.
Yep.
So we'll let him slide on this now, Steve.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't help what kind of stuff they're riding.
Jason, if you go to my YouTube channel, you click on my channel and then go to. Hold on, I'm looking. Go to my channel and then go to About. And then there's an Amazon store link. Click that. And I have LED whips and stuff in that store that you can buy from.
You're linking him to shittier whips than what you got on your side-by-side.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, yeah, from you. I can't link them to yours because you won't make the things.
You got to admit, those are the best whips you've ever seen.
They're the only whips that I've ever seen from you.
I was trying to find more of the off-roading pictures, but this is where we're going, and it's going to be freaking cool.
Yeah, guys, check out my Amazon store. I have tons of stuff in there, and I continue to add stuff every chance that I get.
Hey, Steve, you need one of these?
Now he wants the good ones.
Do you need one of those?
I do. Send it to me.
All right.
Now he wants the good ones. He doesn't want my Amazon ones anymore, Larry.
Actually,
He don't want the good ones as soon as he hears the price of them.
Right.
Ooh, I almost knocked that freaking $800 fucking 3D printer over.
Oh shit. Yeah, I got some good ones linked in my store, buddy. If it's in my store, you can trust it. I don't
Mine are just above and beyond anything on the
overbuilt.
market.
they're all
Overbuilt.
rainbow. They're all rainbow colored.
Wife is paying. She got deep pockets, Larry.
I mean, literally, Red had him bouncing off his freaking tire on his side-by-side for like a half hour.
Yeah.
Bouncing off the tire, bouncing off the trail, bouncing off the road.
Yeah.
And didn't even scratch him.
No.
Didn't even pull the wiring out of him. Nothing.
Nope.
Didn't even hurt the heat shrink. Oh, wait, there is no heat shrink in them.
No. No, they're not model specific. You just have to buy the mounts. If you got a side-by-side or whatever, I got mounts in there. If you got an ATV, I have a video on mounting whip lights to my 600 that'll show you how to use the quick mounts on your racks. On your ATV.
And another thing. If you're using the roll bar mounts on like a UTV, sometimes they come with these little rubber shims.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to mix a thicker one with a smaller one to get the proper fit on your bars.
I have videos on that.
Because there's some people that don't realize that, and will link them to a roll bar clamp, and then they get all pissy because it's either too big or too small, because they don't realize that you can mix and match the different
My
sleeves.
wife gets pissy because it's too small.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's got to hang you upside down and then use a magnifying glass to find it.
No, Hubble telescope.
Hubble?
Yep. She had to rent one from NASA.
Hey, Derek, somebody did use the pink exercise ball, but it was not me.
It was his wife.
Yeah, she used it to try to pop her back.
Ron, don't lie. You were using it for Kegel exercises.
Kegel.
That's exactly what it was.
Where's your other pink ball? Because we know those are your Benoit balls.
Benoit balls. Jesus. That'd be a ridiculous sized fucking ball.
Oh, I gotta send you guys something in the group chat from one of my other chats.
God, you send the nastiest stuff.
He does.
Well, is how that group chat started like 4 years ago? Was in one of my off-road UTV groups. We kind of got in trouble for sharing certain memes and everything. So then we moved everything over to an invite-only group chat. And then it's just got nasty as the years have gone on.
That would have been like my entire text log when I was in my 20s. Maybe even my 30s.
And then we got, there's these 1-2 girls that are in that group that post pictures of themselves. And
yeah, but they're really some old man sitting in front of a computer.
Probably.
Oh no, they're not.
Does Larry's wife know about that?
Yep, she knows about the group.
I was gonna say, because if not, she will now.
Yeah, she knows.
It's only YouTube Live.
I don't hide nothing from her. And matter of fact, she's friends with one of the girls that shows her goods on there.
Why am I watching a TV of somebody yelling at me?
because that's what's behind me in my chair in my office. And where is my
It's
phone?
not behind you because you're not in your office.
I know, I'm outside. I'm in the garage smoking a cigarette,
Cigarettes are bad for you.
pulling both
Yeah.
my batteries out of my Z1000 and pulling out relays and pulling out wiring
And my laptop's at 11%.
What batteries do you run in yours?
oh, let me read the name on them. I got them from. They are the Duralast Gold
That's what I use.
AGM battery,
That's what I use.
the 400 cranking amp.
Yep.
Are they liquid filled?
No, they're
They're
absorbed
AGM.
gas mat.
Yeah.
They're AGM absorbed
They're
gas
gel?
mat. No, absorbed gas mat.
Oh.
It's different than gel.
Dude, mine's going on 3. Well, it's over 3 years old because I put it in the same week I bought my side by side.
Yeah, they will handle way better the vibration, the jarring, the bouncing of what a lead acid battery weighs. Because that's what kills people. Complain, oh, these batteries are junk in these side by sides, the Cfmotos. Actually, the battery that Cfmoto uses is actually a very high quality battery.
Yeah.
The problem is they're a lead acid battery.
Right. On an off-road vehicle.
Yeah, and vibration knocks the lead off the plates, and that's what causes a bad battery.
Yep.
Is all that jarring.
I'm running dual gel.
You
cell.
too, EPA. Have a good night, buddy. Well, guys, I'm going to have to shut it down. My laptop's going to die.
Well,
Unless I take it in the house and go live in there.
does your laptop not have a power adapter out there?
It's not out here. It's in the house.
Oh, so you're not actually really professional like the creator. I bet if the Sunday Boys did a live, they wouldn't have to worry about their laptops going dead. Just saying, Steve.
He got bright all of a sudden. What do you do? Switch to his phone? I can't hear you. You're on mute.
It's that Mac. It's that Mac.
There we go.
It's that Mac. He's having problems with the Mac.
Mach. Got that crap. No problems. I just unplugged everything.
What he said, the Northeast is rocky. Everywhere is rocky. Tennessee was rocky. Kentucky was rocky.
Washington State's rocky.
Missouri's rocky.
Even Arizona's rocky.
Well, the southern part of Missouri is rocky.
So I
Anywhere
decided
in the Mark Twain National Forest is rocky as hell.
what I'm going to do on this, Steve. I
What?
decided what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use 6AN hose all the way to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I would do.
You know what I would do?
What's
What?
that?
I'd repaint it.
No. It's got my initials on it.
Between
LR. LR.
That's exactly why I would repaint it.
That's
It's already branded to fail.
Why is my screen video so dark?
I don't know.
Well, no, mine's usually dark, and it's actually fairly lit for once.
Different than stock tires, more suitable for rocky terrain on 620. Oh, for rocky terrain, I mean, you know what? I got them Sun Fs, and they do great all around.
Yeah,
If he's not doing mud, I'd go. It's on a 600 terrain.
I kind of like the HTRs, either the ITPs or the Kendas.
I wonder how Rockabilly's or Rage Mojaves would do on
I
an
think
ATV.
I think the Rockabillys would do all right if you could get 27.
Let me look at Rockabilly, see what they got for sizes. So I mean, if you're running mainly rock,
I run my Mud Light 2s on rock, and they do fine. They do great.
Now what?
I still wish they made a 30-inch executioner.
the smallest they make in a 14-inch wheel, Steve, is 28s. A 28, 10, 14.
Ugh.
Yeah, you ain't running that on no.
Well, you got 28s on yours.
I got 27
Oh, you got 27s?
on the touring. Yeah,
He's got 27s, and they're a rounded tire, not a squared off tire.
right.
That's like on my Z800, I couldn't run 30s. Well, being the
See you,
trail,
Derek.
I couldn't run 30s if they weren't rounded off tires.
Yeah.
Bye, Derek.
Yeah, that's kind of limiting.
Any squared off tire I put on mine, they rub.
Jason, you should definitely get one of my clutch kits, buddy.
Well, now my Z1000 with a stock primary and the Stingray and Helix at 60 miles an hour, I'm turning 6,000 RPMs.
I wasn't looking at mine. I was running 50-55 the other day, and I think I was right around 6,000 RPMs.
Yeah.
So not too far off.
Yeah, I think if I'm like between 45 and 50, I'm right around 5,400.
But if I slow down to 40 and I'm just kind of cruising, it'll drop down to like 43, 44. But then if you hit any type of incline and push on the throttle,
It'll back shift.
Yeah, you're back right up around 5. 50.
Yeah.
So it actually does. It does really good. No complaints. I
don't recommend B2 for anything.
If you ain't running the Helix, I do.
Yeah, if you're not running the Helix, I recommend B2 and A2 all the time.
Yeah.
But so putting in that Helix is kind of like going to B2, but better because you're not stuck at B2.
And your top speed's not denutted.
Right.
Mine is.
Well,
no.
Mine's not. I gained 3 mile an hour.
I didn't take mine to its highest speed. 69 was just where I hit a corner.
That's just where you wanted to stop.
No, that's where I hit it. I had it at 78. Why would that matter?
And 78 scared the shit out of you.
That 78 wasn't. It was no joke,
dude. 55 scares me on the 4-wheeler.
78 was no joke. I ain't gonna lie about that. Well, you gotta
on
think
Facebook, Jason. I will hook you up with a good clutch kit.
If he wants that low end snap, I would just go with the Helix and call it a day. Maybe some spring and weights.
Yeah, I would add the spring and weights because when you add the Helix to the stock clutching on the 600, it shoots the RPM way up there, almost to 8,000.
Well,
I don't know why.
He wants okay. We need to talk about this.
What's up, Jackson?
You'll get people that'll talk low end, And Steve and I actually look at low end and top end as different things than what certain dealers look at it. To Steve and I, low end means low RPM grunt.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Not just low speed.
Yeah.
Right.
There's nothing you're gonna do to your machine to add more low end grunt that the motor can do. You're shifting your RPMs up. Shut up.
Shut up, Ron.
Shut up,
Sit
Ron.
back in the class.
Sit back. Sit back and just shut up. We're gonna put you on mute. From opposed to doing basically a bunch of engine work in order to bring the RPMs down to where you're producing more torque at a lower RPM.
Right.
Because even what Ron didn't create more low end grunt.
It lowered my gear ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah, at what cost? At folding belts in half.
Sorta. Yeah.
And you said
Now,
you would
hold on,
never.
though.
And you said you would never do it again.
Now, hold on. If I did it again, I would start at 1 millimeter at the bottom and then taper it to where it's 2 millimeters at the top rather than just go 2.5 millimeters from the bottom all the way to the top. Because, yeah, the belts didn't like that whatsoever.
It was stupid.
But you know what?
But that was redneck testing.
Yeah.
You know what? I spent the money and the time to test 2 sets of sheaves in 2 different manners that way. The first set actually did better, but that was the one that was ripping the belts.
But now to get back to what I was saying, now
don't launch it on pavement either.
Now if you want to be able to cruise around a little slower and have snappy power, that is clutching and helix and getting you into the RPMs quicker.
Mine climbs to 7,100, and that's where I like it. That's full in it. That's, punching it.
Yeah, and see now my machine, my peak torque is like 5,800 RPMs. My peak horsepower is 7,000. And when I tromp it, I hit 6,900 at 60 miles an hour. If I tromp it, it back shifts to 6,900, and my machine holds there at that RPM as my speed is increasing.
Yep.
Now, if I'm going slower than that, it'll back shift down to about 57 just for a little bit, and then I'll get up to that higher RPM range just within a couple miles an hour.
Yeah.
To where my torque's pulling me up through.
Mine, if I'm going 10 miles an hour, if I'm going 50 miles an hour, if I wide open throttle it, it's at 63 and fucking holds it. right in between the peak torque and the peak horsepower, right dead center. And doesn't matter how fast you're going, that's what she hits. That's why when I was out riding this weekend, no matter what speed I was at, between 0 and 25 to 30, you put it to the floor, she cut the fucking tires loose.
Well, I'm waiting for a particular place to get some springs back in stock so I can order a little bit different spring and a little bit lighter weights.
I'm anxious. I'm curious to see what that other spring does. Not on yours, Larry. The other secondary spring.
Yeah.
Because the way mine works, or the way mine feels when you're riding, I'm going to have to agree.
The stock spring's a little too heavy.
That it's still too heavy. But I also don't know because I went away from sliders back to rollers.
Yeah.
Even though I lost a little bit of mile per hour on my low gear, which I really don't care because I can still hit 32 to 35. I don't know how much I lost on high because I haven't fully shifted it out in high yet.
Now, I know that with the stock helix and stock clutching, my machine would hit 42 miles an hour in low.
Yeah.
And I think the other day when I had it in there and I did that, I messaged you guys on what it was on low. I think I went down to 38 miles an hour in low, wasn't it, Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've got your stroke limiter out.
No, my stroke limiter is my primary right now is bone stock.
You put it back to stock.
No.
Yes, it's worth it.
No, not it. Well, wait, let me rephrase that.
Which one?
Depending on who you get it from.
Oh, yeah, it's worth it. Ray Parker, nobody else.
Yeah, Ray Parker's.
Or me.
Yeah.
With my clutch kits, I ride in high a lot. Stock clutch kit, low.
Okay, hold on. For me, it's both.
Yeah, I ride in.
If
I ride in both too, but
if I'm in some real rocky stuff and I'm climbing, or if I'm climbing something and going slow,
low.
it's low. If I'm out here on the street and I'm running to the grocery store for something, and I'm going through the parking lot and I'm doing like 10 or 15 miles an hour, I'm in high because, well, I'm not really putting no load on the machine.
Even when I was in the sand, I still ran high.
I did too.
You got to have tire speed. You got to have wheel speed to get you going. So it just depends on what you're doing, really. If you're trail riding, just to be on the safe side, unless they're wide open, fast trails, I just say low.
Okay, so you think the 1050 spring will be better than my 1017? I do more mud riding than trail, plus snow plow in winter. Is he wanting the helix too, or what? Because if he's not wanting the helix, I would keep the 1017 spring.
No, I would still drop it down to a 1016 spring.
Nah, ain't that big of a difference.
Lost 15 miles per hour.
He's mud riding and snow plow.
I'd go 1016. 1017 is still too much.
But if he already has the 1017, it ain't worth buying a spring for. If he's buying a spring, then yeah. Or he could just get a Redneck Garage clutch kit and support the channel.
Now, you say you lost 15 miles an hour after getting 30s. Is that 15 miles an hour by your speedometer or 15 miles an hour by a GPS? Because I guarantee you didn't lose 15 miles an hour by GPS. Your speedometer might have said that, but your speedometer is probably reading about 10 to 12 miles an hour slow.
You know what? Any clutch kit and any clutch work I've done to mine,
it's never lost speed.
I've never lost any speed because I know how to tune it right.
Yeah, if you tune it right, you're not going to lose speed. You're just going to you got to keep everything in balance.
Yeah, I went to 28s and didn't lose any speed. I gained it.
Yeah, your speedometer actually trued up.
You're raising your ratio. You're raising your overall ratio with larger tires.
Now,
if you're planning on the helix, leave your 17 in there for now. If you're planning on the helix, change the 1017 spring. Won't go over 50 with 30s. Is that with the 1017 spring? Because that sounds about right with that spring.
He's running out of RPMs.
Yeah, he's probably running out of RPMs.
if he's running stock setup, then he should be well above 72.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming he's
Because
running a 1000, right?
because my machine with brand new 30-inch tires and stock clutching ran out at 86 miles an hour. My Z1000. With worn out 30s, well, about 50% tread gone, I topped out at 81 miles an hour. And we have the 81 miles an hour on video on Steve's channel. And my speedometer said like 74.
On 30s, my speedometer said 77 when it was really 78.
I can get to 78 in my 800.
See, mine, the only way I can get around to get any more speed out of mine is I need to do some fuckery with my speedo. Because my machine's electronically governed at 74.
How come ours ain't governed?
I don't know. Mine's governed at 74 miles
Ours
an
will
hour.
run out until the engine run out of breath.
Nope. I could be turning 3,000 RPMs and hit 74 miles an hour, and it's like you reach up, turn the key off.
Shit, I do that almost every time I try to hit the fucking turn signal. You know, I did that again the other day.
I do it too. Hit the turn signal and bump the switch with my palm.
I don't
right next to each other, so I just accidentally hit the wrong switch.
See, I don't have a kill switch in mind.
Okay, so Richard, that's why it's with that spring. But there's probably a reason why I suggested that spring to you.
Mudding.
Yeah, mudding. And however, with the Helix, everything's a game changer now. So with the Helix and my spring setup that goes with that Helix, you should be able to do like 66 miles an hour or so.
Should be able to do more than that.
I bet you. Well, the U1000 is a heavy machine, and it's not very aerodynamic.
Yeah, of course, that's lower geared too, isn't it?
Nope.
Ron,
they're all
check
the
your
same gearing.
Facebook. Derek sent you some porn.
I think my phone's dead. No, not quite.
Jack
Close.
says I can only get 58 out of mine. Is that stock? That's stock though, isn't it, buddy?
Jesus Christ. Shit, I'd have to pay people to look at that.
I'm looking for something here.
He says that every time he gets on the internet. What are you looking for? Okay, so
I'm looking for something to send you guys.
is he? What machine is he on?
U1000.
A U1000?
Basically, he's driving a brick.
Yeah. Full windshield?
I never put the kit you sent me yet. Ah, okay. So one more. What means the exhaust pops when let off throttle? Sometimes not quite a backfire. Oh, that's the engine brake.
That and your injector's totally shut off when you let off the throttle.
Yep.
That's something you're never going to get rid of. I've tried. I tried with a blinky box. I've tried weights.
It's because Cfmoto shuts off the injectors on D-cell.
Yeah. So it runs real lean on diesel.
Yeah, and it ain't gonna hurt it because it ain't firing.
Yep. And Cfmoto is not the only one that does it. Almost
It's just making exhaust noise.
even your cars do it.
Car manufacturers do it. Yep, you're good. It drives me nuts too. Trust me. My side by side, that sucker goes bang, pop, pop, bang, 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 pop, pop.
Yeah.
You know, my 1000 doesn't make no noise on diesel, and I'd kind of like it to sometimes.
It will. Your 1000 will. If put your foot just on the gas, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
That's all you got to do, and she'll go ring, pop, 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 pop. I've got it down to a science, dude.
Mine seems to do it worse if I'm just cruising at like mid throttle and I
Yeah.
let off going down a hill.
Yep.
But if I'm on it real hard when I let off, it doesn't do it at all.
Well, my machine's going to be getting a whole new ECU here pretty soon. And boost.
Now, I highly doubt it has anything to do with the plug gap.
No, it's normal. They all do it.
Yeah, everyone I've rode's done it.
Every engine with a
I've rode
CVT, every engine with a CVT does it. A clutched engine don't really do it.
Really, tell that to these Honda fucks. They drive by my old house.
Pop, 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 pop.
Out of their little ricer cars.
Oh, that's different. I'm talking ATV.
So why are you trying to take a U1000 that fast?
Because he can.
That's like my dumb ass taking a trail that fast.
Why does Larry want to do 90 in a Z1000?
Because I also ride the interstate.
Dude, if the wind blows just right and you fall over, you're screwed.
I pass semis all the time at 80 miles an hour and don't have a problem.
Yeah, can you see that poor semi-truck driver's face? What the hell is that?
I had one look roll down his window. We were in traffic, and he goes,
"How are they back?"
All right.
Did you see that?
Ron, Steve.
50 felt scared. 50's pretty sketchy.
Check what I just sent you.
Oh, gee.
Steve, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch that. That's out of one of my other groups. That's kind of the shit they post.
I've seen it.
Turn the volume down.
My buddy sent that to me a while back.
I can't wait to see his face.
What the hell?
No, just keep watching, dude. Keep watching. I got some sick fucking friends.
I get parked the Z-Force in there.
Oh, keep watching. Watch till the
How
end.
does that even happen? Being in my head.
Oh, just keep watching, man.
Alabama.
Oh, no, you got to keep watching that thing.
I think the U-Force is more than that.
I don't even think Steve got to the clapping part.
I'm watching it still. What the hell? Dude. That's some wicked ass.
The sand mines down where?
Yeah, down where? Around 1,600 pounds. The U-Force 1000 weighs that much?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. It's a freaking brick.
1,500 pounds?
It wouldn't surprise me if it actually weighed more than that.
Mine weighs,
Yours about 1370.
yeah, wet.
Stock.
Yeah, stock.
Yeah, stock. Mine's way more than that. Mine's
And
probably
you're
closer to
adding doors.
15. Oh, at Rug Roll Blue? No. We spent a whole day and rode 105 miles on the Tackett Creek side trying to find the damn Eternal Flame. Ended up in another off-roading park. Was shoot out of there, and then went all the way back down south until we came out by the liquor barn. And by then it was like 11 o'clock at night. And we still had to cut across the entire Cumberland Trails to get back over to Royal Blue.
Curb
Never
weight.
did find the sand. Never did find the Eternal Flame.
Curb weight is 1520.
Jesus. Well,
I
no
think he's
wonder
going.
why I don't want to do much more than 58 mile an hour.
I think he's going on a diet.
Yeah.
That's why I'm on a diet. Weight reduction for the side by side for that extra battery I put in.
Same here. Except, I always tell my wife, I go, as soon as I lose some weight and I'm not so chubby anymore, I go, you're going to divorce me because you're a chubby chaser. You'll be knocking on Steve's door.
Yeah.
Hey,
I see that not happening.
you can send her over here, but she's gonna be awful disappointed. Because they gonna need her and my wife to rent that telescope again.
Well, at least your wife would have somebody to split the costs with.
That's true.
Wanting a better skid plate. Just wait till the factory one rips off.
I'll tell you what, I'm pretty happy with that 3-star industry skid plate right now.
I was looking at that aluminum one that's got the built-in rock sliders that don't stick out. I don't remember who makes it though.
I need to get a hold of 3-star and get them to sponsor the groups and give some discounts.
Around Pennsylvania, no, I'm a ways away from everybody.
Well, his Can-Am Defender probably got right around 100 horsepower. Right?
What was that?
Yeah, but that Can-Am Defender is actually a little heavy. Up until about 50 to 60, I can stay right with a 4-seater Polaris General, sitting on 32s with a tune and a clutch and everything. And it's faster than a Can-Am Defender. Sounds like he just needs some clutch work done. Some clutch modification.
He needs that Helix.
Now, Helix does help with the takeoff.
Yeah. And
All right, Steve. Somebody asked a question about the 5-year warranty that you can purchase for Cfmoto here in the U.S. About how much they're paying, like $1,400, $1,500, $1,000. I commented, guys, remember that when you're negotiating, or the dealer only pays between $250 to $500 for those warranties. Remember that when you're negotiating the price.
Do what?
The dealers, for those like 5-year extended warranties for like the Cfmotos or pretty much anything, the dealer cost on them is anywhere from $250 to $500. That's how much the dealer pays for those warranties. That they charge you $1,500
markup.
That they charge you $1,500 for. That's over 1,000% markup.
But you can get that warranty all on your own and save money.
Yes. So I commented that, hey guys, remember when you're negotiating the price of this warranty, dealers only pay $250 to $500 for those warranties. Guy goes, yeah, but with the exception of a few ATVs, it comes with a 2-year warranty. What the hell does that have to do with that?
It don't, because with that 2-year warranty, you can buy an extended warranty and it kicks in after
the 2 years. So basically, if you buy a 5-year extended warranty, you actually have a 7-year warranty.
And that's not true, because it's actually a 1-year bumper to bumper warranty and then a 1-year
engine.
Yeah, just powertrain warranty. And it's the same way, I believe, in Canada, where they have the 5-year warranty. It's only like 1 or 2 years bumper to bumper, and then the rest of it's just drivetrain. So none of them actually come with a full 5-year warranty. Even the special they have now is 1-year standard warranty and then 1-year limited warranty.
Let's see here.
Limited warranty is limited to powertrain.
No, the added year is not limited to powertrain.
Ron, tell Jack what the Helix does.
You didn't see the damn videos? or look at the times?
Chris says, wife heard you bitching about being lost so long and cracked up. I missed that one.
Well, guys, I am not getting nothing done.
You don't get anything done anyway.
It just takes me way longer to get stuff done.
Yeah,
because,
you need a Helix, buddy. Especially with them 30s.
Jack, I got to throw my phone on the charger, but message me on Facebook here in a little bit.
Who?
Jack.
Yeah.
I'll send you some times and videos to show you what the Helix does.
And if you want a Helix, message me on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, then I'll forward you to Red. We'll pass you around.
Right.
Oh, you guys are gonna pass him around like a little bar.
Oh, Ron trying to find each. Okay, I got it. All right, guys.
I wasn't mad about being lost. We were actually having a damn good time. I just kind of really wanted to see the Eternal Flame and never could find a damn thing.
You found the Eternal Shitter at Tecumseh.
I found that at Royal Blue too. It's right up by the what is that, the Elk Overlook or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
I actually took a picture of it because the son of a bitch was overflowing, and I was about ready to call the number on the side of it to tell him to come drain the son of a bitch. And I pissed next to it. People have been pissing and shitting next to it because you couldn't use it. It was literally full.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah, I see it.
I got the audio cut off on this. Now, in all fairness, I did have to add a penny to each one of the weight blocks to get the stupid thing to even shift out halfway. And this is what a particular kit did to my primary. That all there is melted plastic from the weight blocks.
It's because the sheaves got too hot.
Yep. Now, Steve and Ron both have seen the inside of my primary many times, and it's never looked like this.
Yeah, let me know, Jack. You'll love it, man. You guys should know by now, I don't sell snake oil, unlike other companies.
But yeah,
We don't do that snake oil crap. And I don't do my clutches in stages, so you have to spend $800 to get the full effects of a clutch kit. Hell no. We do it one and done.
And so Jackson's the 1000 U Force too, right?
Yeah, Jack's got a U-Force, yeah.
so what caused it to melt? Too much spring pressure?
A
Too
stage
heavy
one
a
spring.
Yeah, stage 1 spring.
He said, oh, never mind.
that was this setup that we showed. Yeah.
Them weights are good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might end up using those weights in some spring combination with this here when I'm doing some testing with that Helix.
Yep.
What would the Helix do for me? Make you happy and smiley.
Yes. Make me smiley.
Wait.
The only thing that I've noticed with that Helix, and this was brought up to me by somebody else today too, is I don't know if you're having this issue or not, but I know the 800's having it, and I know the 1000 or the 950 is having it a little bit. When you very first go to take off, whether it be in forward or reverse, when it starts to move the secondary, you hear a little popping sound. Just one, just one little pop.
That is not the secondary.
Well, it doesn't do it if I take the Helix out.
It's, you said the 800 and the 950?
Yeah.
I don't. Well, I got the same exact clutch as the 950. There is no difference between a 950 engine and mine.
Right.
None. They're the same part numbers on everything, except for where you get to electronics. And the pop / knock.
No, it's not a knock. It's like a popping noise. It's not a knock. It's not the normal sound that the trail block or even the 28er make.
I don't know, because I personally installed 5 of those Helixes, and
it only does it when I take off at slow speed. It does not do it if I take off quick.
Yeah, I
don't know what it is.
I have not noticed that on mine.
But I also replaced my buttons, and I have brand new cam buttons in there.
I got 9,000 miles on my entire clutch, and I need to replace my cam buttons.
Well, if you replace your cam buttons and it starts to make a pop noise, then we'll just know that it needs to wear in the cam buttons.
Yeah.
That could be, because my clutch was real noisy on my 800 until I put like 300 miles on it, and then it.
Yeah.
I think is what it actually is what is happening to Ron. It's like his 800 saying, oh, God, I got to move his fat ass again.
Yeah.
Every time he gets in me, he punches me in the throat.
He sticks it in my exhaust pipe and throat punches me.
Actually, if I plugged one of the exhaust pipes, it wouldn't matter because I got an exhaust pipe on the other side.
That's true. Well, guys, I guess I should get off here. I got to call this guy. He's got a clutch issue.
Hey, Steve, on that 950, did you use a 2-chamber muffler? Was it a 2-chamber? Single chamber? Single?
Yeah.
I wanted it loud.
That's why it sounded a little bit rattier.
Yeah. Sounds good, really.
I can run that 2-chamber, and I like the little bit deeper tone that comes out of the 2-chamber.
It's got a deep tone. Camera don't pick it up though.
I got an OEM muffler.
A modified OEM.
I got a OEM muffler on my bench from a 950.
I still run my factory OEM muffler.
Factory my ass.
See, look at that. All that weight of that factory muffler in the back, and I can still turn them tires like that.
Yeah, the factory muffler weighs about 50 pounds less than what it did from the factory.
No, it does not. The only thing that has been removed, there's actually been stuff added. The only thing that has actually been removed from my muffler
Is the cat.
the cat. That's it.
Yeah. I know that my stock muffler that was on
the cat didn't weigh nothing.
My stock muffler from my machine weighed 50 pounds.
I bet mine's probably more than that.
It was flipping heavy.
I've got the out pipes that come out of it. I've got a internal baffle that has been added on the driver's side. Mine's heavier than it is stock. And I do that.
Bring it to me, Jack. We'll make it happen, buddy.
Yeah, Jack, message me. I'm going to throw my phone on the charger when I go upstairs, and I'll send you a couple of videos and stuff.
He said he'd like to have a dual exhaust. Bring it to me.
Dual exhaust.
Yep. Bring it. Bring it on up, buddy.
I don't think I'm going to do full head pipes on mine and run full dual exhaust, but I do think I'm going to change where it's wide together.
That's really the only part that needs to be changed on.
I'm going to change where it's wide together, and I'm going to make it the same size as where the cat was.
Yeah.
And it's going to be that size back to the muffler. Because with my dual outlets, I don't have to worry about flow coming out of the muffler.
Yeah, right. And the only spot that really kills the Cfmoto exhaust when you take the muffler out of the equation is where the Y pipe, where the two pipes come into the Y and go single out. The single out of the Y is a little bit too small.
Yeah. I'm going to take it down I'm going to take mine off, take it down to the exhaust shop, have them make that pipe bigger, and make a good way to connect it to the muffler. That's what I'm going to do. Other than that, I'm not doing anything else to my machine unless something really cool comes out.
Like somebody comes up with some brackets that'll put a AMR 300 or 500 supercharger in a location that somebody talked about.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But the bad part about that is then I got to find somebody to custom tune it.
Well, I know where there's going to be a standalone.
Yeah, I know,
ECU.
But you know how far away that is for me?
I can know somebody that can send you the ECU. Then you can just take it to somebody to have them tune. It'd be like tuning a car.
No, we're talking about supercharging my 800. I just don't think the money that I'm going to have in it to do it, I don't think I'm going to get the increase that it won't be worth it. Dollar per horsepower, I don't think it'll be worth it.
Well, is that man sucks chicken horsepower or?
Well, we done the math on it, Steve, and at 6 pounds of boost on my 1000, we're looking at like 97 to the ground.
Well, you're gonna have like $300 in a supercharger, or you can spend $400 on a tune that gives you 3.
Well, wait, we're talking about 300 for the supercharger. Actually, 200 for the supercharger.
Right.
Okay.
Then the plumbing, the blow-off valve,
You don't use a blow-off valve on a supercharger.
I would want a blow-off valve on it just for safety purposes.
You don't use a blow-off valve on a supercharger.
You don't use a blow-off valve.
I would want it for testing purposes.
Do you know what a blow-off valve is for? It's for when that butterfly closes when you got a turbo, so you don't get turbo flutter. So the turbo doesn't get stopped for an instant. That's what a blow-off valve is for.
Well, I want to set it up to where I want to set something up to where if it does go past 8 psi, it bypasses it so the motor don't go boom.
You put your
Have you ever heard of a
throttle
boost
body
controller?
in the front of the supercharger, and when you close that butterfly, it's not getting air to pump in.
Yeah, but a lot of times when you floor it, you're not quite staring at just one gauge while you're driving.
I didn't say boost gauge. I said boost controller. The ECU I'm looking at has a built-in boost controller.
Yeah, how much is it?
If you buy it from them in their packaging, it is $344
Okay, so
for
we're
the complete.
already
That's for a complete ECU.
so we're already at $750 between some piping, building some brackets, getting the supercharger, the ECU. Okay, so and how many horsepower is that going to give me?
Listen, all
not
you
worth
need to do is go back to the stock tune and then add fuel.
Yeah, you can do that too.
I don't know. Mine's at like 11 when I'm at half throttle. So
Yeah, but raise adds timing. You don't want timing.
yeah,
No, and see that's a great thing about having the ECU I'm talking about using has the boost reference, a boost controller built into it. When you're not under boost, it'll advance your timing, and as the boost comes up, it'll start pulling timing out.
Let me know, Jack. I'll fix you up. You buy all the stuff. I'll do it cheap, buddy. You buy the exhaust that you want on there, and I'll put it on there.
No, I'm gonna run it with the stock. Well, my machine's 10.6 to 1. The 800s are 10.3 to 1.
yeah. But see, we're also not trying to go over
We're not
68
putting
PSI.
we're not putting 20 pounds of boost to them.
Right. After looking at that head gasket tonight, I changed my mind a little bit on it.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see three what you call it?
Layers.
3-layer thick head gaskets on cars, let alone small engines.
Yeah, so
yeah, 5 to
we're
8.
we're looking at around 6. I mean, hell, my wife's little freaking Ford Escape with a 2-liter EcoBoost out there's something like 11 to 1 compression, and it puts out 20 pounds of boost.
Yeah, but we're also trying to keep it to where a stock ECU would be able to control it as well.
Yeah. Well,
as soon as you get so high, a stock ECU just won't do it.
Yeah, but that's why I'm going to standalone ECU.
I'm probably
way more tunability.
It was just a thought. We figured out how to do it. We figured
out where to place it.
To kind of stay at.
Figured out where to place it, where to route it.
Yeah, but am I actually going to do it? Depends on how much money Bridgestone gives me.
Yeah, we're going to run an air-to-air cooler. At least I am.
On a supercharger, I'm not. I'm just going to have it snorkeled up anyway.
But now there's and I've already showed Ron and Steve both a video of a 950 that was turbocharged.
Yeah, and it sounds like shit every time they let out the gas. You hear.
I hate that. I hate that pop-off valve, that blow-off valve vent to atmosphere bullshit.
If I wanted to hear that bullshit all the time, I would just take like a fucking airsoft gun with me.
Yeah, I told the wife, I go, there was this little Honda that was going every time I was shifting gears going by us. I go, honey, I could make your car sound just like that. All they gotta do is pull the blow-off valve and just vent it to atmosphere instead of it going back into the intercooler. She goes, if you do that, I'll divorce you.
Turbo sucks.
Oh, I like turbos.
I hate turbo.
I like turbos.
I hate turbo. Supercharger any day of the week. Turbochargers can be thrown in the trash, as far as I'm concerned.
I like
Turbo's
turbos.
okay on a drag race or something, but I'd rather have a supercharger in the woods, not a turbo.
I like the instant power. I don't want no lag, and
Well,
I don't
see,
want
that's
all power or no power too. With a supercharger, you don't have that issue.
actually, well, with turbocharger, the power actually comes on gradually as RPMs increase. A supercharger's instant, which that's usually where you end up breaking more shit.
Yeah, well, not if you do it right. A turbocharger, you're guaranteed to break shit because you're either all throttle or no throttle.
That's called skinny pedal control.
No. You can even run like a fucking 70-40 fucking helix and still have the same problem.
Well, hell, we watch guys all the time try to do rock crawling and stuff and bounce over the rocks with tires aired up and spinning their tires and they're hopping and wonder why they break axles. Anyways, guys, I got to get off here. I do want to get some more work done on my side-by-side tonight.
Shit, it's only 7:45 where you're at, or what is it? No, 6:45.
6:45.
Quit crying.
The wife goes back to work tomorrow, and she makes me to go to bed when she goes to bed.
Yeah, mine does too. She gets up at 4:00 in the morning, so, and it's
And it's like-
8:47 here, so.
It'll be like 8:30, and the wife's like, "Hey, I'm going to bed." Okay, good night. Well, aren't
Yeah,
you coming?
bye.
No, it's
Yeah,
only
I'm
it's
coming.
only 8:00. And she goes, "Well, I got to wake up early." I go, "I don't." I mean, when I wake up and look at my phone, I've got like 50 freaking messages from you guys. And if you notice, I finally start replying back or commenting at about 10:30 in the morning. So, what, a little about around noon for you, Steve? 1:00? Yeah.
Yeah.
But then some days a dumbass will call me at 7:00 in the fucking morning.
Yeah, that's 7:00 my time.
Yeah, it's still 9:00 my time.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I might still be sleeping. It's not like I have anything to do.
I don't either.
Tomorrow I gotta mow. I know that.
I have the same life you guys do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite fucking boring.
The next
It
2
is.
days. The next 2 days I won't. Dude, try it for like 4 years.
Try it for 9 years.
It sucks.
I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Dude, why do you think I got 3D printers and shit and I do stupid shit and
Why do you think I go mow and do all this stupid crap to my side by side? Something to fucking do. It's boring.
Well, I ship clutch kits and stuff and do
Right.
YouTube, but
You
it
know how
doesn't
many?
take all day to do it.
You know how many of my friends have said, "Oh man, I'd love to be able to sit at home all day." No,
Fuck.
you wouldn't.
no.
I would love to go to work for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to get back to freaking putting bushings because where I was down for 2 months because of my back. But I think I'm just going to see a manufacturer and I need to rattle their cage a little more to get back with me on a quote.
Yeah.
I would love to sell a full set of bushings to guys for $100.
Wouldn't the air to water work better? Depends on if you want to spend the money.
Yeah, air to water is expensive.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have to add an extra reservoir. You're going to have to add a water pump.
Yep.
You're going to be adding more weight to your machine.
And it really doesn't take much of an intercooler on that small of a turbo
No.
to cool the air down.
And I'm looking at using a fairly large supercharger that's going to be spinning slow anyway, so it won't be adding a lot of heat to the equation.
Right.
Right.
If I was to use the 300, yeah, it's going to be spinning a lot faster, creating more heat in the supercharger itself besides just the pressure heat.
They're back again.
How the hell do they keep coming back?
Wow.
Nobody wants to love chat.
Don't just delete. Okay, now that's the first time you said blocked.
No, blocked them up here too.
Did
Yeah,
you?
he blocked them the first 2 times too. It just goes away after a minute.
Wow. Love chat.
How many people still here anyway?
9. I don't know why.
9.
Now we're just been shooting the shit.
It's because I'm sexy. And
I
you can
should
see-
get off here
you-
so I can
you
call
can
this guy about
see
his
my
clutch.
balls.
Oh, there's your
All right,
love chat.
you guys have fun.
XYZ.
I gotta go get my phone.
Yeah, I gotta go too.
All right, have fun, guys.
Chris, roll on 4 laps.
Yeah, I'll talk to you guys probably in a couple days because I'll be mowing the next 2 days.
Oh
All
no,
right, we'll see you.
you'll still talk to us. You'll send messages. I know you.
Maybe.
You know, if half of your viewers ever knew what we talked about in the Jerry Springer chat.
Later, guys.
All right, later.
Later.